Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I'm Allison and I have a video here for you today, and we're gonna see how it goes. It's kind of an all-in-one. I purchased some brushes from the It Cosmetics for Ulta line yesterday, and I'm really excited to try them out. So this is kind of a haul, kind of a first impressions, kind of a get ready with me, and kind of a tutorial, because I'm going to just do my makeup on camera and kind of talk about how I feel about these brushes as we go along. In the store, when I swatched them, they were so incredibly soft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show them to you as I'm using them, but I did get a couple other things, just two things I'm going to show you really quick. So I did go ahead and pick up the Urban Decay Naked Basics 2 palette. I'm sure everybody has seen this by now. I like this because it's a cooler toned palette, so I think it'll be really fun to play around with. I'm not going to use this today to do my eyeshadow because I'm going to use my new Chanel Quad in Rivoli. So this is what I'm going to use for eyeshadows today. The other thing I picked up was the Laura Geller Spackle Under Makeup Primer, and I used it today. I've already primed and moisturized and primed my face, and I've already also primed my eyes just to kind of get this process going, otherwise it'll be a long video. But here's the spackle. It's just like a clear kind of I guess like gel type consistency. It feels really nice on my skin. Today's the first day I've used it, so I guess we'll see how it works under a foundation. Let's see, what else did I want to share really quickly? I forget. So I'll just jump in and start doing my, oh yeah, I know what I was going to say. I primed my eyes with what I always prime my eyes with, Urban Decay Primer Potion and Max Painterly Paint Pot. My skin is dry, my eyelids are oily, go figure. So that seems to be the magic combo that works for me, and I've already done that. So how I do my makeup is I always do my eyeshadow first, and then that avoids any fallout, messiness. So I'm going to jump in to the Rivoli palette, and I got the first brush I'm going to use from, uh-oh, I dropped it. Hold on. Sorry about that. Actually, let me zoom you in a little bit here so you can kind of see more of what I'm doing on my eyeballs. So here is the palette, and this is the first brush I'm going to use is Airbrush Blending Crease number 105. It just looks like this. So I'm going to take this shade here and rock that in my crease. Now these are all kind of shimmery, but I'm not afraid of a little shimmer, and I've really liked how this has looked. I'm kind of starting off with less product and just building up as I go. And these shadows, this feels really soft on my crease. I really like how it feels like when I'm just doing windshield wiper motions. Then I'm going to go in with a Chanel Illusion de Ombre. This one is in Emerville. And I'm going to place this all over my lid. Now this is pretty much not where I do my makeup because I'm kind of sitting in my makeup chair right now. But this is pretty much how I do it, like with a mirror really close to my face. And I'm just using my finger. I'm going to take, let's see, I'm going to take this shade, let me show you here, right here. I think this is like kind of the darkest and also the most sparkly of the palette. And I'm going to put that in my outer V and then up into my crease. I'm going to take this shade here under my lower lash line. I'm going to use the sponge applicator that it came with, and then I will blend it out. You already noticed I got some of the Illusion de Ombre in my crease. That's okay. I'll blend it out. That happens. I mean, I have hooded eyes, so it's bound to happen. And then I think I'll just go back in with this brush and kind of blend it out. Do that. Now I'm going to take the light highlight shade there, and I'm going to put that on my brow bone, just with the sponge. And I'm just using a really light touch to kind of place that product up there. I really kind of started from scratch today. You know, like no foundation on. This is what my face looks like. Okie dokie. And I'll put that on my inner corner after I've done my foundation. So next I think I will curl my eyelashes. I really need to invest in a this looks crazy on camera. I need to invest in like a better eyelash curler. But I do this before I do any liner, because if I don't, it'll just take the liner off. So there's that step done. Now I'm going to go in with some Nars Creamy Concealer. This is in Vanilla. And I did this the other day. I just, I get a lot of the darkness, like in this area. Oops, I'm out of the frame, sorry. So, I just kind of want to lighten that up a little bit. And because I use just like I'm using a really light foundation right now. I just kind of do this step first, and then I'm also going to put on, trying to use this product up here, so I don't know if I'll repurchase it, but it's the Maybelline, that Radiance concealer, kind of cancel out any darkness I may have. Sometimes I use a brush and sometimes I just go in with my finger and just dab away. can already see, I mean, this is a pretty light, neutrally look, I think. You can already see how just doing some of these little steps just gives life to your face. At least it gives life to my face. So then I am going to use my Chanel Vita Lumiere Aqua foundation. It's more like a tinted moisturizer. Moisturizer. Wow. Moisturizer. There we go. It's funny how you can say a word right like 100 times, but when you're on camera it's like, whatever. So I just usually take this on my finger, and then I just kind of dot it around my face, and then I buff it in with, I'm going to use one of the brushes and buff it in with a brush. Kind of spread it out. I do use my fingers a lot to do my makeup, I'm just realizing. So I'm going to take the blurring foundation brush. Now I asked the girl who was working at Ulta if this was comparable to the Urban Decay brush, and she said yes, but she said her Urban Decay brush, like the bristles clumped together. So, I don't honestly use my Urban Decay brush like this very often. So now I'm just going to, oh my gosh. It is so soft. And I'm just kind of lightly taking it and, you know, trying to like buff it into the skin using circular motions. And it is really, really soft, really a pleasure to work with. Yeah, I really like how this feels. I'm probably over buffing at this point, but it just feels really good. Okay. Yeah, I think, yeah, and this is not, the bristles are not clumping together, like at all. Now I don't know how it would work if you, like, dumped the product right on here. I don't want to really do that. Oh, there's like one really long bristle that I just pulled it out. So, yeah, I think that looks nice. Then I'm going to take, I should have gotten one of the concealer brushes next time. I'm just going to take some of the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye and put that. This may be overkill, but like I said, I'm trying to use up that Maybelline product. So, because I really like this concealer. It doesn't settle into fine lines. So now I will continue on with my eyes, and I'm going to take some of the Physisians formula eye booster. It's a really long name. I'm sure everybody's seen it. And I'm just going to kind of try and stay as close to the lash line as possible. So there's that. And I'm going to take the Marc Jacobs gel liner in Blacker in my waterline. Here, I need to grab my pencil brush. It's in my big, oops, with my other brushes here. Try to lay everything out, but you know, there's like always that one thing that you forget. Okay, now I'm going to take that color that I said and I'm just going to run that under my lower lash line with the MAC pencil brush. Together here. I really need to get myself some eyebrows, and then I'm gonna get a little 217 action going and just kind of buff that out some. So did anybody go to any football games on Friday night? Our high school football game was, their first game was Friday night. And I, of course, was there to take pictures. And our team won, so it was super exciting. I was very happy. We beat our rival team. So that's always fun, right? Been a long time rivalry and been a long time since we beat them, so it was fun to watch. Eyebrow time. Just using some Omega by MAC, and I feel like this gives me, I mean, it really helps frame out my face. I mean, look at the difference. My eyebrows are, I don't know what they are. I kind of thought about what it would be like to get them tinted, but that's nerve-wracking to me. Like, that's like a whole nother level. And my eyebrows are kind of crazy. Like, these here just kind of do whatever they want. They grow, like, they stick straight out. I'm trying to, like, teach them with this Anastasia brow gel to behave. But they just want to be free. They don't want to behave. Last time I got my hair cut, the lady who did my eyebrows, they went to an Vita salon and she trimmed them. I was like, okay. So, how about a little mascara? Trust me, I have more It Cosmetics brushes to use, so hang tight I know this is a long video, but I really like watching people do their makeup, so for me it's like watching somebody paint. It's relaxing. I don't have anywhere to go today. Just hanging out at home. My husband went to a fantasy football draft thing, so I'm just chilling out. Alright. Okay, it's time to use another one of the It Cosmetics brushes. Okay, and I'm just going to take this time here to say my biggest complaint is they come with these caps, but they are so flimsy. Like, you can just push it open, and I don't like that at all. I mean, these brushes aren't the most expensive in the world, but they're also not the cheapest. So let me zoom you out a little bit. You probably don't need to be that close for the rest of this face. Look. So, yeah. It Cosmetics. Better packaging, because I would have liked to have kept those on there, but they're going to drive me crazy, and I can't, I'm not going to be able to keep them on there. So, if anybody's watching, that's my biggest complaint so far with those brushes. This is the bronzer brush. I've always wanted to try the Bobbi Brown bronzer brush, but that brush is $50, and I think this one is, $22, in the 20s, so I hope that it, I don't know how I'll ever know, but, and I'm just going to bronze up my face. Wow, look at the difference that makes. Guess you gotta be careful, because this brush will throw down some pigment. Again, it's very, very soft. It's not stiff, but it's firm, you know. More firm than I think the foundation brush is. But you probably want that. I gotta buff out here. I got too much going on there. And that one just, listen, this, really the top just popped off of that one, so I can't even, ugh. Drives me crazy when, like, you know, you pay a good price for something and they put like something cheap something on there. Cheap, you know, like part of it, the packaging is just so cheap. And okay, I used the buffing foundation brush to kind of buff that out some, because I got a little crazy there. I should have started off with less. Less is more sometimes, but anyway, so that helped warm up my face. And then I also got a blush brush, and the top fell off of this packaging too. So okay, so I guess if you go too long, your camera just shuts off, stops recording. So here's the blush brush. I think that's where I left off, and I have another angled blush brush, but it is not as wide as this one. So it says Flawless Blush, and I'm using Chanel Innocence. This is from the fall collection. And I learned a little lesson with the bronzer. Don't go to town so much. Yeah, these brushes, just like tapping it in, pick up some hefty duty pigment. Again, this brush is incredibly soft. They're just, I really like them. So there is that. We're winding down here. I'm going to use some Chanel Les Beige Healthy Glow Multicolor in number 1. Looks like so. And I'm going to take, I guess I'm going to take this one to kind of, it's a flat. I use this to kind of buff out. Oh no, oh my gosh. I forgot about the last brush that I got. I actually got a powder brush. It's sitting right here in front of me. And this is from, it comes in, you know this is the real deal because it comes in a velvet case. And this line from the It Cosmetics is the Velvet Luxe, and it is more expensive. I think this one was $38. So I'm just gonna dip that. Oh, but this is like so soft. Oh, I just love it. Normally I do this step after my foundation, but I forgot. But hopefully this will kind of just buff everything together and give me a really nice finish. So this brush is really great. It's the Plush Powder brush from the Velvet Luxe line for the It Cosmetics brushes for Ulta. And I'm just going to put on some lips and we will be done. It's a total Chanel face day. I'm using the Rouge Coco Shine in Satisfaction. And I'm going to top that with some of the Glossimer in Solange. This is from the fall line. This gloss pairs beautifully with light shades and with dark shades like Aura from the fall line. So love that. I think that this is my finished makeup look. You can see my hair is still wet. This is like a total get ready with me. I've never really done a video like this. So anyway, so far my first impressions on the It Cosmetic brushes is that I really like them. I'm very happy that I picked up several of those to try out. So there's only one that I didn't show you, and that is the it's an eyeshadow brush, and this is see, now this is another thing. Going back to talking about the packaging. The handles on these are beautiful, but this one gets stuck. So I can't even use, really, goodbye. I don't like those. This is the Precision Shadow Brush. I did not use that today. So, anywho, okay, this is my finished look. So thanks for taking time to get ready with me today, and I hope you enjoyed this kind of first impression, get ready with me tutorial that I did here. So have a great I hope everybody has a great Labor Day weekend. I'm going to aim to get this up on Tuesday. Talk to y'all later. Bye.